BCB, I'm known as Mama T. I am originally from Columbia, Missouri, and at 18 years old, I left Columbia and came to Jefferson City, and I've been in Jefferson City ever since. So I'm originally from Jefferson City as well. I am the second oldest of my family of 7 kids, being the only female.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit about me. I attended Lincoln University, graduated in 1976. I pledged in one of the organizations, Delta Sigma Theta, through the graduate chapter. I am now working and volunteering here at Building Community Bridges. And how I came into that program was through my daughter, Alicia Edwards, who is now the assistant director of that program. My reaction to that is that I love working with Building Community Bridges. I love working with the kids, and my input is working with the children in the area of boxing. I love it, and I love it only for the reason that when we have female girls coming in, they can see that there is a female interested in boxing. That's my overall love of boxing. I learned a lot. Me, myself, and I did not know that there was females in the area of boxing. So, with BCB, I can help them any way that they would ask me, even though I'm not one to put myself out there. But if I'm asked, I will follow through. And there's things in BCB, I love it. There's nothing that I would change that they're doing because they're very helpful to the community. Programs that they have, children are invested in it. Helping the community through the food program is a blessing because I do volunteer there, see the people come in, their reactions, their appreciation. It's wonderful. So what I have to say to you guys is that BCB is wonderful. I mean, there may be some words out there in the public that says it's not what it should be, but to me, it's outstanding. Don't believe what you hear other folks say. Come and see for yourself. Therefore, you understand. Thank you very much.
Hey.
I'm scared.
Come on now, you was nervous, but you did it. Thank you.
I got it over with, huh?
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Tawanda's oldest daughter. I came in her house in foster care when I was 1 year old. I was her first foster child.
My name is Jasmine, and I'm her second oldest daughter. I came to her home when I was 5 months.
My name is Eternity Edwards. I'm her, I guess, third or fourth oldest, and I came when I was 8 years old.
Maybe he's recording.
Okay.
I thought you were in order.
It is
Christine.
recording.
Right.
It's recording. It was supposed to
Come
be.
on.
My name is Christine, and I came to Tawanda's when I was 12. 12.
My name is Tradavia. I came to Mom's house when I was 5, turning 6. It was my 6th birthday, the day that we moved into her house. So, yeah.
My name is Damani. I'm the baby. I came to mom's house when I was 4. Oh!
Yeah, it's your turn.
Addie Boss.
My name's Addie Edison, also known as Addie Boss, and I'm the granddaughter, you know. Yeah.
You sound like mom.
That's my mom. I get it from her.
That's right.
Okay.
Here we wait.
I remember in 3rd grade, jump shot a fool. So she was in the driveway with me practicing my shot. And she actually made more than me. I was kind of embarrassed. But she lined me up with my pointer finger and had me to be straight. And got my rotation good on the ball.
She made sure everybody plays sports.
Yes. Yes. Mom was very competitive. So she always wanted us to do something competitive. Nothing too girly. Cheerleading? No. Volleyball? No.
The shorts
The shorts were too short. Cannot play volleyball because our shorts had to be to our knees.
Trying to show out for.
My experience with that, I actually did play volleyball for 1 year, and I was the only one on the court with basketball shorts on. Yes.
I remember being like 8 at the Samaritan Center, and I met this firefighter, and he was like, "You'd be good for wrestling." And then she straight put me in wrestling. I was cold at first, from 3rd grade to 7th.
As far as sports, you could always hear Mom in the stands. She was the loudest one.
I remember
Shoot the ball.
I was supposed to.
Yes,
I was shooting my free throws and I missed the first one, and it was dead silent in the gym. Mom yelled at me, and I looked at her, and I shot my second free throw. I made it, and then I ran to the sideline. I said, "Mom, you gotta go. You gotta go. You messed up my game." She went in the cafeteria and sat in the cafeteria. So.
Oh, you remember Mom had us all in speed stacking competitions, so
Oh
we'd be
my
cup stacking.
I said she
And
was
we would travel
competitive.
around playing speed stacks, literally, like
Always had
y'all was cold though.
in a gym full of hundreds of kids, just doing speed stacking competitions. It was probably the whitest thing I've ever done, but it was fun. I mean, I can say it was fun. I still do it sometimes. 360 clips. Yeah.
Y'all remember the 4th of July sitting on the corner in front of that building where she liked to watch the fireworks? At that little corner?
At the house?
No.
She used to watch them right at the house.
No, she be downtown.
Oh, by the time y'all came around, it was no more downtown.
Oh,
No.
Because she would, I was say she would go
Well,
downtown.
yeah, Jasmine area would take us down.
Well, see, my experience, we would go to the end of the driveway, and we.
You didn't even see no fireworks.
We did. I did. Y'all didn't see no fireworks. Y'all remember going to see no fireworks?
So I was on the roof by myself.
I remember 4th of July. We could hear the fireworks, and we would go down
No,
by
that's about it. We can hear the fireworks.
Leave it what it was.
down there by where the trash cans, where the trash cans are, and you could see the fireworks through the trees. I guess I was the only one. I guess I was the only one that
Probably
saw
the
'em.
neighbor's fireworks. Saturday. That was not that
It's hard
Well,
to,
Mom
to
made
even
us
think about like a particular moment, because my mom has been an influence in every moment of my life, like literally. Trying to think of a particular moment, I think about how frugal she was. She was a cheap skate. She knew how to play broke till man. She's very, very frugal, but that taught me how to be able to. I remember when I used to be able to be the one as she drove to pick out the yard sale signs, to point out the signs, and then the Sundays after church that we'd be junking in our church clothes. After church.
Right after
But
church.
it was
too.
prime junking, and we would go junking. We go to Ponderosa and eat buffet, and then we'll be out there junking. It's like so many things that she taught. Like as growing up, I thought she was mean. I thought she was strict. thought I didn't have nothing. I thought I was, you know, the kid with all the clothes in the thrift store on. But it taught me.
The phone.
And I was the youngest, so I was thrift store and hand me down. All the way. I ain't never
You had it good though. Yeah, our news, you know.
Nah.
She did. Her eyes get real big.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's one thing. She was a God-fearing woman all the way down to spare the rod, spoil the child.
For
And
sure.
even when she didn't feel like she could do it, she made
made
sure
sure,
that we
yeah.
got that whooping.
If we needed it.
Because she believed that if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And it's like, when I roll back in my mind of everything, I can't even think of anything, even the ass whoopings. Even the times where I was like, oh, I hate my mama. I can't stand my mama. Like, when I look at it now, or even as an adult before she was passed away and being a mother of children, I appreciate every single one of those moments because that built me to be able to be here for y'all.
Absolutely.
For my kids, for this community center. You know, it's like she built you tougher than you knew. I'm strong because of her.
Same here.
And I didn't even know how strong I could be. But every day is just a man, dang, you cold, Alicia. You cold. She built a cold, bad mamma jamma, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
You know?
She raised us all to be
Strong,
very independent,
independent.
very strong, very open-minded. Oh my goodness.
She definitely did believe in being empowered. It's like she came from a struggle. I know my mom talked about growing up in the projects and being the only girl of all brothers and taking care of them. And so it's like she's always been that nurturing soul. And so when she graduated from college, it's like she just continued. She never met a true love and got married or anything. And her true love was people.
Yeah.
And so she just started taking in kids.
Yeah.
You know, I could never, well, let me not say never because I've done a lot of things that I thought I wasn't capable of doing. But I would never imagine somebody, I don't understand how someone's heart can be that big to take on kid after kid after kid with all their trauma and all their, everything that a child comes with.
To go through things with them and to still hold on to it. That's
From babies, I remember babies coming in. We got a, and then Destiny, we got from the hospital, not from the hospital, from her mother was in prison and gave birth. And they brought this brand new baby.
Beautiful.
And so like when them babies came, me being the oldest, that was my baby.
What you say?
Right.
In principle, baptism, repentance, and baptism is the gift. Okay? Now, mom been in the holiness all her life. Then started churches. Okay? Now, mom life was a reflection of unconditional love. Okay? This is my observation for the last 6 years, going on 6 years. All right? I have witnessed this woman have no biological kids, no husband, no boyfriend. Met her daughter, who she adopted. Loved from day one. Met these other sisters that she adopted. But loved them. She created a family and raised them all. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how you do this. You don't need no man. Okay? Taught them how to be right. How to be, not that you don't need a man, but how to be independent. You can. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of influence that she had. But at the same time, she's giving, she's giving, she's giving, she's giving, she's giving. Her life was a reflection to me of unconditional love. That's all she demonstrated. You see what I'm saying? And when it came time for her to die, through that, because you only can receive what I witnessed through those principles. Because through the story of Jesus, that's how he lived in order for it to happen. So it was a principle. Okay? Now we all know that I was a pastor at once upon a time. And I happened to be in holiness. didn't know her from Adam or mom. So I've been in the Holy Ghost room, witnessing the real Holy Ghost. Because when you practice things in principle, it happens. Period. Regardless of what faith, what belief, if it's in principle and he said do it, it's going to happen. That's why I believe in being righteous. Because I know as long as we're righteous, we're going to win. Because it's a principle. And mom believed that way too. You see what I'm saying? So, when we got there and got back, mom was fighting, waiting on Alicia to get there. It was the death fight. It was the struggle. I heard it from my mother on the phone in prison. I heard it from my Uncle Bobby before he passed away. So I experienced that. But when I walked over there and I was just rubbing mom back, it's okay. It shifted to a sound that I'm really familiar with. And it just went. No gasp. No. It just went. And then it went higher. And then it went higher. And then you saw a conscious of clearness and a smile. And a body shift. And that was it. And the paramedics walked through the door. The firefighters. And they fought for another 20 minutes. So it's real. I witnessed it. You can ask Moses. And once again, in principle, 2 or more gather, they witness. And mom was there too. And she left. No death.
No, she didn't die. God came and got her.
It was no death.
The next morning I went to Google. And you know how Google's always listening. And I just typed in the word speaking. And Google typed in tongues during death. Was the first thing. So I just clicked on it. The first article I read said that she's speaking in her heavenly language, communicating with the angels as they guide her to the different realms. It was like, you know how you want to be able to have your final words and your final moments? It was like once she knew I was there, she was no longer worried. She wasn't worried about me at all. She wasn't even there. Her consciousness, her soul had already begun to
Transition.
Already.
And it was like the way her tongues were. When she went into Heavenly Tongues Key, it was like a conversation where she was fighting with them in confusion. Like, I don't know. Hold on, wait. Oh, no, it ain't. I'm not done yet. I got to do this. No. You know, and then it went into peace and calm. Like, it changed. It literally changed.
Harmony.
And then when she went into peace and calm, firefighter said he does not have a pulse. She was gone before the paramedics came. I didn't want her to be gone. My prayer changed from God, please, to just mama. Mama. And she said, get up and take your butt back in there and cut it out. It's enough. You know? Because she wouldn't have, my mom, anytime that I cried, everything's going to be okay. She was a tough love type of person. So it was encouragement, and yeah, I'll soothe you for 2 seconds, but get up and handle your business, you know? And so through everything, that's Alicia. No, that's not what your mother would have wanted. Because I did not lose my mama. I just gained her in a different aspect. So she's always, literally.
Right.
I went and laid on the floor and cried, and I felt her around me in that gym. She's there. She's with she loved her BCB family.
You hear me?
Y'all was like her family.
And-
Everybody.
And that's the thing, man. I watched. The last time Mom lost her dentures, she just went and replaced them. And this time she looked for them jokers and she found them. And that Thursday, man, she hit that dough, bam, with that big old smile, and it was just at it. Like, hey, come on, just sharing the love. Y'all know how she is. She's taking blood pressure cups. The volunteer. I mean, we had 3 different sets of volunteers in there. It was just so busy. But you hear her laughing, and we walk in from getting materials. Miss Jan sitting up, just conversating, just thinking about all the lives she impacted, man. Lives that we don't know, that we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna show in the work.
Even thinking of how she let Tawanda, a homeless person that walked into BCB, live with her for almost a year. A complete stranger. I would have never done anything like that. I can't wrap my mind to do half the things that Tawanda did. I just can't. Like, what is wrong with you, woman? But
and then went back there and
she did. She was the most selfless person.
That's why it's love, man. That's just it. Period.
Everything she did for others.
Yeah.
I talked to a man that I grew up going to church with. That when he first started going to church, he had just left Lincoln University, graduated from Lincoln University. He actually had a brush with death. He was out here selling dope and all those different kinds of things. And he died, and he was dead for 14 minutes before they brought him back. And so when they brought him back, he dedicated his life to Christ. And he met my mom. And he said, you know, Alicia, your mother was the first person to take me to Mississippi. Mississippi was where the home church was. And when he said that, he just broke down crying. Because when he said, take me to Mississippi, he said financially. That means hotels, that means gas, that means food, that means... She took him just like she took us, one of her kids, right on down the highway and treated him like her son, you know? And so just knowing how she affected other people, there's not one person that can tell me that my mom had a negative impact on them. Even when she was mad at you, she still loved you.
I left my mom's house. I made sure, you know, I have it together. You know, I don't try to depend on other people. So being independent, and for her being a single woman, raising all these kids by herself, that definitely showed me how to be independent. And it tells me I could do it. She did it. You know, she didn't have nobody else at home helping her pay bills and all that. So if she did it, I know I could do it. I would say that for sure. Independency was number one for me.
Definitely starting something and finishing it. So I love you, and I'm definitely going to walk across that stage when I graduate.
Unconditional love is my mother's legacy to me, because even throughout raising everyone else's children, because she had no natural children of her own, she showed unconditional love throughout my life. And then after starting this nonprofit and getting into this, she showed unconditional love to all the strangers that entered our life since then that is now considered family. So I think that for me, I would say just how to love unconditionally without circumstances. If you love, you love. There should be no circumstances. So
For me, it would just be, you know, just thank you for making me strong, because I didn't believe I was as strong as I am. And now that she's not here, you know, I don't have her shoulder to lean on and her ear to, you know, talk to anymore. So it's just, I just gotta remember to be strong, you know, like she was. She was a strong woman. She taught me to be strong, and I just gotta pass that on to my boys. And she changed my life, and those are the things that I will never forget. So thank you, Mom, and I love you. Anybody else?
Just being smart with your money
Yes.
is what I'll take.
Play broke, even if you're not.
Thrifting.
Be broke,
It's
even if you're
but
not.
I'll take the
I'm still
Just
learning
being
that.
smart with your money, so you can be able to have money
Right.
to help others if you wanted to, if you chose to, because that's how she was. She could do it if she wanted to, but
Right.
she'll choose to do it as she is, and of course, as she helped other people who we didn't even know about, so.
Okay, well, I would say I love you and thank you a million times for giving me your last name and letting us choosing us 5 to carry on and 6 to carry on our legacy and make you proud and just always, even though I hated at the time being hard and tough on us and stubborn, it really made us all who we are today. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We
And
love
I
you.
love you.
We love you so much.
I love you so much.
Just I love you. It was always like you never know what happens. So every time someone left the house, or every time I was about to leave someone, it's I love you. Stay safe. Love you. Or hugs and kisses. Love you. So that's basically all.
She's big on love.
Mhm.